Hi, everybody. I'm Robin, and these are my reflections. And today I'm here to take a look at the Universal Monsters Tarot deck. This is an Inside Editions deck. It was released last year in collaboration with Universal Pictures and some of their monster movies, written by Casey Gilly, illustrated by Joe Wilson. And I thought the illustrations on this were beautiful. It is a pip deck, but I'm really excited to use it for this season. This kind of stuff I really love. I love pop culture decks. I love to integrate that into my readings, those stories and all of that. So I'm really excited to see what's in this box. I haven't taken a close look at it, but I have seen people using it, of course, because it's been out for a year. I'm really excited to have it. So thank you to Inside Editions for sending this out to me for purposes of review and so that I can share it with you and so that I can have it for the Halloween season. So it says, the most famous movie monsters of all time have emerged from the shadows to guide your tarot readings in this ghastly take on the traditional tarot deck. Featuring stunning original artwork inspired by classic tarot iconography. This 78 card deck depicts spine chilling imagery and themes from the legendary Universal Pictures monsters films, including such iconic characters as Frankenstein's monster, Count Dracula, the Wolfman, the creature from the Black Lagoon, the Phantom of the Opera, and more. The Invisible Man is in here. There's a couple really cool old OG movies that they have recreated for this one. The inside of this box definitely rings like OG movie theater, OG living room tufting, those red leather chairs and things like that. So I like the insides of the box. We have a little bit of spot gloss on the outside of the box. Here are the backs of the cards. No edging, but I fully intend to edge them in either yellow or black, probably black. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments below. What do you think? Yellow or black, or maybe a green? Maybe a nice bright green. Here's the table of contents. It looks like you have a welcome, understanding your tarot deck, and then it gets into the cards, minor arcana, major arcana, and crafting or caring for your deck, preparing to read the tarot, and spreads at the end. Bidding you welcome. Greetings, weary traveler. It appears you have come seeking insight into your past, present, and future. But are you ready to face what lurks beyond the veil? Prepare for a journey into misty moors, ghastly graveyards, creepy castles, terrifying tombs, and the unsettling realms of the undead. Here you will be guided by legendary heroes and monsters from Universal Studios classics, each imparting their own brand of wisdom. In your hands, you hold the mysteries, magic, and melodrama of old Hollywood, whose iconic stories eerily reflect the archetypes of tarot. So, let me see what it says here. This is some good advice about laying out your cards, looking at them all in order, just as like how to start with a deck when you get a new deck. All right, here's what I'm looking for. We have change in suit names. So it says there are 4 suits: candles, crypts, claws, and castles. So the candles are wands, the crypts are cups, the claws are swords, and the castles are pentacles, respectively. Okay. And those line up with earth, air, fire, water as we would expect them to. So we don't have any changes in the elements, just in the names. For the majors, you get a full size image here. You get the title, a little bit of it like advice if you pull the cards. So it says venture out into the world like it's your very first time, even if some of your parts have seen better days. And then there's an upright and a reversed meaning. So minors, you get a thumbnail, a smaller image, and then in the light, which I'm guessing is the upright, and then in the shadow, which is the reversed. And in the back, you get some spreads and about the author and about the illustrator. And Casey Gilly did the Buffy deck as well. And she also did the My Little Pony Generations and the Star Wars Adventures, if you're interested in those. The artist is from the UK, and it says they work in pencil, ink, and digital color. And they make art that is a hybrid of traditional and contemporary. Cool. All right, so let's take a look at the cards, and then we'll come back to the guidebook to read some more. All right, so let's go through the cards. I have the guidebook here with me, just in case I get stuck. You never know when I might need a little help. So, because I don't know, I've seen the movies, but it's been a while for some of these. So we start with the monster from Frankenstein as the fool. We read that, and here we have, I think this is Dr. Frankenstein himself as the magician, which is the perfect choice, I think, because he did create something out of nothing. I'm not sure who this is. Let me just see. I need the guidebook already. Christine. This is from the lady from the Phantom of the Opera, the main female character. Um, this is the Bride of Frankenstein as the Empress, and Dracula as the Emperor. Very good. The artwork on this is so pretty. I love it. This is Van Helsing as the Hierophant. Yes, coming through, keeping the order, getting rid of the evil in the world and things like that. These are the lovers from the Phantom of the Opera, the couple. This is the Chariot. Oh, this is the Wolfman. Okay, the Wolfman as the Chariot. I wonder why they chose him. Let me just see. Okay, so it says he's a force of nature, fortified by the light of the moon and ready to unleash the beast within. Okay, he's a force of nature. So, um, moving forward based on that like power from the moon. Strength. This is the guy from the Invisible Man, and I think he's a really good representation of strength because he was always trying to like um get people to kind of understand the Invisible Man and find like the good side of him. You know what I mean? So I thought that that was a good representation of strength. Here we have the Phantom as the Hermit, perfect representation. And here is the Invisible Man himself, Wheel of Fortune. He definitely changed the stars for sure. Justice. I'm not sure who that is. Let me see. It says he is Ledoux. Ledoux must gather evidence. Even if he's lurking in the cellars and being ever watchful, Ledoux remains the shining light of justice. He's an enigmatic inspector. From what movie? I wish they would have put in this book the movie at like the top or the bottom, just like written the movie so I know what movie I'm looking at. I'm not sure what movie this man is from, but he's an inspector, which makes sense for justice. This is the creature from the Black Lagoon as the Hanged Man. Interesting choice. From the Death. Who is this? Let me see. Imhotep. From which movie is this from? I don't know. Looks like an Egyptian movie or an Egyptian horror movie, though. I see a sarcophagus in the background, and then these jackals here. This is the Wolfman, I believe, in his human form as Temperance. These are the brides of Frankenstein. It's the devil, which, yeah, definitely, you know, lean into that seduction side of the archetype. Here we have the tower. I'm guessing this is one of these horror houses on fire. Which house is this? Let me see. This is Dr. Frankenstein's house on fire. And the star this is, so here's is this the lady from, this is Mina Seward. This is the lady from the Dracula story. Here's the Wolfman again and the moon. I was wondering why they put him on the other card because I was like, oh, I thought they would put him on the moon, but it looks like they put him on both cards. The sun, judgment, which I'm thinking this one must go with. I'm wondering if this is with the other guy, the other Egyptian one that I didn't know that movie. Maybe I haven't seen that movie. Let's see if it says in here. Okay. This is Princess Anakis and Aman. Anakis and Aman. And she is from, it doesn't say, I don't know where she's from. But I'm guessing she goes with that other movie as well because I don't know that one either. The World, and maybe this is the same movie because I don't know that one either. You know, maybe that's how they got over here to Egypt. They got lost in the plane or something. I'm not sure. All right, and so then we get into the candles. The candles are the fire element, so this would be the wands. Here's the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands. I wonder if they're from the same story. I'm not sure what story this is, and that's why I wish they would have said it in the book. It tells you who the characters are, but it doesn't say what story they're from or what movie they're from. So if you don't know the characters' names, then how are you supposed to know? Like this one for the Queen of Candles says, irresistible, charming, and always up for adventure. This queen you simply can't ignore. Under her influence, everything seems just a little bit easier. This one, the Queen of Candles doesn't even say what movie she's from or the character's name. So they didn't keep it consistent in that way. That's unfortunate. Oh, this is from the Mummy because it says in this one that this is from the Mummy. So I guess maybe all of these people are from the Mummy. And this is Flora. She's Griffin's. Yeah, and I think so maybe those Egyptian ones that I saw earlier are also from the Mummy movie. I don't know that I ever saw that movie. I mean, I saw the Mummy movie with Brendan Fraser, but I don't think that's the same movie. So here we go into the wand suit, the candles, and it's a pip deck, but it's a pip deck with some illustrated um, scenes. So you have the lanterns here, two lanterns here. We have three lanterns, and sometimes we have the number, and sometimes we don't. Like here, we have a four of candles with just what looks to me to be three candles here. But it does look like there was a party because the candles have burned down. And here we have the five of candles with some swinging chandeliers and the six of wands. It looks like these are gas candles. That's interesting. The seven of wands, eight of wands. Oh, they're coming for them. The nine of wands. It's interesting with the mirror reflecting the other. So we have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. Yeah, so one of them is missing from the reflection, isn't it? Oh, interesting. And here's the 10 of wands. Okay. And then now we're into the crypts, which are the cups. So I guess we're going to see. So here it says that this guy's name is Arthur Homewood. Um, he's the king of the crypts. I'm not sure who he is. The queen of crypts is Melva. The knight is Raoul the Shangi. These are this is the guy I think from the Phantom. I think he's from the Phantom of the Opera. See, it's hard for me to remember names. I wish they would have. I really do wish they would have put the titles of the movies in the book. This is The Bride of Frankenstein again, and then we have the crypts. So out of the crypt for the ace, we have somebody creeping out of their coffin here. Two of crypts. Here's our three. Just saying those numbers. Here's the four. This will be the four of cups. This is the five of cups. The six of cups. Memories and nostalgia. The seven of cups. Choices. An illusion. This eight of cups. Leaving behind broken things. The nine of cups. Okay. Collected all all of his pieces here. And here's the Ten of Cups. Looks like they're holding hands. They're together forever, definitely giving that sort of together forever feeling, right? And then we get into the claws, which are our swords. So here it says this is Van Helsing. He's a title character, so it's easy for me to know what movie that's from. This is Princess Anna. I'm not sure the movie. We have the knight is the Phantom, the Knight of Swords. And the Page of Swords, this is Dr. Carl Maya or Maya. I'm gonna have to. It says from the Amazon River. I'm gonna have to look up the name on Google and see if it'll give me a movie. All right, so then we get into the claws, which are our swords. So here's the ace. Here's our two of swords, the three of swords, and the four. This one is definitely the most pippy, I think. The others had a little bit of a representation of the meaning of the card. These are very pippish. So all we have are just the claws. And there's no necessarily like representation for the meaning of the card here. So this one has a little bit because the four of swords is about, stilling your mind, resting and things like that. So this person does look like they're chained down or lying down in some way. The five, here's the six of swords, which, I mean, it could be the ferryman taking them away, but I don't know that this is giving me six of swords. I don't even see any sort of water there for that emotional release. I don't see any travel or anything like that happening there, or movement. So yeah, I think this is the most pippish of the suits. The seven, here's your eight of swords. This one definitely looks like an eight of swords. I mean, they're stuck in a net here. The creature from the Black Lagoon stuck in the net. Here's the nine of swords. Yeah, it's terrifying. The Phantom taking off his mask, and then here we have the ten of swords. Looks like the wolf man just kind of done here. Okay, I liked the claw suit, even though it was, I like pip decks, so it works for me. So this is the King of Castles, and the castles are the Pentacles suit. This is Dr. Mark Williams, it says here. And the Queen is Elizabeth Victor, Frankenstein's loving and supporting partner. This is management. I don't know, the management from the Opera House, maybe from the Phantom of the Opera, for the Knight of Pentacles. And then for the Page of Pentacles, we have Fritz. He's got a brain. He got a brain. All right, and so then the pentacles are castles, and I think that these are all of the castles from the different movies. I wonder if it's going to say in here. Yeah, so this is Dr. Frankenstein's castle for the ace. This is vampires, it says. So this is Van Helsing, the castle from Van Helsing. Oh, no castle there. We just have they carry their houses on their backs. Right? This is from Dracula. Okay, so this is a cell in Dracula for the three. And the four is Talbot Castle. So I'm not sure what movie that comes from, but that's Talbot Castle. So this one says something about a laboratory, so I'm guessing that's part of the Frankenstein compound as well. Or maybe maybe the Invisible Man, because they had a laboratory as well. Let me see what else we have here. For the six of pentacles, whose castle is this one? It doesn't say on this one which castle this one is. All right, this is the seven. And where are we here? Another laboratory. So it could be either one. Renfield, so this is Dracula's castle. This is the eight of cups. The eight of pentacles. So for the eight of pentacles, we have Renfield. That's actually a really good choice especially on a pip card, because they're so pippy. And then this one is like a full-on illustrated person. And a great choice, actually. And here we have the nine This is more of Dracula's castle. And the last one, this is the Opera House, I'm sure. Yeah, this is the Opera House for the Phantom of the Opera. And that's it. Here are the backs up close. The bones and even the propeller plane, the moon. So the size, this is my Hocus Pocus tarot. They're the same size. And if you want to see them up against an oracle deck, they're typical tarot size. So they're a little bit shorter and a little bit more narrow than a standard size oracle deck. Cardstock is like a buttery matte. They're definitely have a little bit of a bounce to them. They're a little bit thick, and it's because they're normal size and I have small hands. I don't know if I'll be able to shuffle all of them, like grip them all because of the thickness of the deck, but we'll try. Yeah, no, this is tough for me. I can do it, obviously, but it's tough for me. Yeah, it definitely takes some focus and concentration. All right, let's do some overhand. I think that'll be easier for me. Right, so I'm gonna try it sideways. That's gonna be easier for me with my little short fingers. Yeah, much better. All right, so they have this like satiny coating on them that makes them feel nice in the hands, but they definitely stick just a little bit when you're trying to push them together. And I'm sure they're gonna stick. Like if I tried to fan them, there'd be like a little clump to them. So be aware of that. See if I got them shuffled. Let's see if I got them shuffled. Let's do a fan. Oh, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. And I know they loosen up as you go along because I have a couple of decks from this. Okay, we have the Magician, or what you think? The Devil? Let's read for the Devil. And I want one, yeah, minor. Okay, so we're going to read for the Devil and the Four of Wands. So let's start with the Four of Wands. Here's the Four of Wands, if you'd like to read it for yourself. It says, in the light, the Four of Candles lights your path, ushering you to familiar haunting grounds and encouraging you to howl at the moon. This is a celebratory card, a time to connect with your loved ones and toast your achievements. Go wild. In the shadows, it's perfectly understandable if you'd rather be a lone wolf, but your accomplishments shouldn't fade into the darkness. Consider a more intimate party, or simply take the night off from howling at the moon and instead reflect on everything you've done. You've earned it. I like the way that they write up their guidebooks because it's like if you're just trying to read tarot, it just gives you it just gives you kind of like, it doesn't give you a whole lot to pick through. It's like, okay, if you pull this card, this is probably what you need to do, and I like that about these write-ups. Here's the one for the Devil. It says, whether they appear as wolves, bats, or wives, this unholy trio is ready to hasten your demise. Upright. Gliding through the shadows and stalking their prey, the crafty brides of Dracula symbolize aspects of your darker nature that need reconciling. Perhaps you're comforting a negative attachment, confronting, I'm sorry, perhaps you're confronting a negative attachment to vices or a relationship, or maybe you're struggling to embrace normal and healthy indulgences. Either way, it's time to divorce these brides. Reversed, as difficult as it is for John Harker and his companions to accept the reality of vampires, that acceptance ultimately allows them to defeat the bloodsuckers. The brides represent fears you must acknowledge and confront, even if they seem irrational. When reversed, this card insists that to banish the ghouls draining your life force, you must start by dragging them into the light of day. Very nice write up for the Devil card. I love the way their guidebooks bring it into the real life. There's nothing esoteric or really hidden about the meanings in their guidebooks. It's like if you're a regular person reading tarot and you just want to know like this card and all of its esoteric meanings distilled down into what I can do today with this card. They really kind of give you some practical advice, and I really enjoy that about the Inside Editions guidebooks, even though they're centered around all this pop culture. The guidebook keeps you from getting lost in that sort of pop culture world or getting lost in the esoteric hidden parts of tarot and bring you right down into the reality of why we're pulling the card, this is the energy floating around, and what we can do based on that knowledge. And I like that about the guidebooks for Inside Edition. So yeah, I think that this is cool. Let's try that. There's a spread in the back that is like an interview spread. So yeah, I thought I saw an interview spread in the back. Let me see. We have the Van Helsing's cross, the wolf's moon, the monster lives. No, there's no interview spread. What? Was there one in the front? I was sure I saw an interview spread, but I don't think there is one. We have a cross. It's a 5-card cross, so this is like the basic cross um without the blockage. Let me see. Wolf's moon. Harness the power of the wolf and to track your transformation every full moon. Oh, there's a full moon spread. This is for the bolt of lightning when it comes to jumpstarting your creativity. Oh, that's fun. Should we do that one? Since I can't find the interview spread, I don't think this one has an interview spread. That was my Buffy tarot that had the interview spread. All right, so what idea or inspiration is longing to be manifested? What is blocking the creativity? And then what is your ally in overcoming the block? All right, let's see. Let's see. Okay, monsters, tarot. What creativity is longing to be manifested up in here? Let's see. I kind of have an idea, but let's see if the tarot is like matching me here. What creativity is longing to be manifested? Whoop. The Page of Swords. Oh well, that's my significator. So so that's interesting that we got the significator for me. Let's see what it says in here. Eager to set sail on the Amazon River, Dr. Carl Maya embodies the free-spirited, adventurous nature of the Page of Claws. Fascinated by mysteries, enigmas, and riddles, Dr. Maya seeks to explore the world, suggesting that this is an excellent time for you to expand your horizons. When reversed, the darker nature of this page shows up as manipulation, lack of focus, and dishonesty. His intentions are as dark as the Black Lagoon, suggesting that communications might feel challenging under the influence. So as far as like talking about what creativity needs to be manifested, so it's clear that I need to expand my horizons in my creative expression. So I don't know. I mean, I feel like that's what I'm doing right here, because normally when I make a video, I don't do a spread at the end. So maybe it's saying, yeah, this is a good idea. What was the next question? I forgot already. What's the block, right? What is the block to my creativities here? Ooh, that jumped. What's this one? So we have the 7 of Wands. So there is a defense here. So I don't know. It's like, well, maybe the creativity. So if I'm expanding my horizons, the block is that as I'm expanding my horizons, I'm starting to feel a sort of pushback or a defense or even something putting out my fire a little bit. And then I need to kind of keep fanning it. So as the fire maybe starts to feel like it's dimming or being dimmed, I need to keep fanning it. This could be a little bit of imposter syndrome and stuff like that as well. And then what can I lean into? What was the last question? What can I lean into to overcome that or something like that? Let me see. I forgot already. My brain doesn't work these days. What's your ally in overcoming the block? Okay, what's my ally in overcoming the block for this? I think I want this one. The 3 of Candles, which is the 3 of Wands. Another candles, another wand. This one is feeling like it wants out to the moon. All right, so this is like pushing out past uncertainty, pushing out past the things that we don't know and just continuing to move and see what comes back, right? Continuing to put things out, throw things at the wall and see what comes back. And don't let the unknown stop me from continuing to make changes and leaning into new things. I mean, maybe it's saying I need to like think about moving a little bit more into some other things, because I did have some other ideas for 2025 that I wanted to maybe add to my channel, or even start another channel to do some things. And I've been thinking about it. I don't know if I'll do it or not, but this reading is saying that if I do decide to do it, maybe go into it without such a sense of defense, and maybe keep an open mind and just continue to like push past when the fears creep up, push past those out into the open sea, and see what's out there past what I can see for myself. So if you're craving something a little bit spooky, a little bit pop culture-y, with a lovely kind of almost cozy, yeah, I think I would say almost cozy, um, vintage feel to it, this might be something you might want to look into, especially if you enjoy reading with pips. This could be good. I'm excited to look a little bit further into this. I like pips because they give me sort of an open field, a clean slate to work from. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, you can subscribe. I release videos every few days regarding tarot and oracle, and I would love to have you share this video with anybody that you think might be interested in this deck or want to see a little bit more about it. And I will put links in the description box below if you are interested in picking this one up for yourself. I will put those links down below. And until I see you guys next time, stay safe and be blessed. Bye bye.